Alright, good Saturday afternoon to you. Welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. Obviously, I'm Fuzzy. How y'all? Saturday afternoon. Yes, this was supposed to be a day off, but we all know how that goes. So anyway, getting ready for work. That's the ups and downs of it all the way around, and that's just how it goes. So it's okay. A little Bustelo in the coffee cup, and you'll notice it's the Williams cut back out, and there's a reason for that, because today is the vintage Williams shaving stick day. I don't know, maybe I should be using that less and just save it forever, but I don't know, can't do it. I got to use it a little bit longer. I can't just put it down and leave it for 2 or 3 months and use it. Shark's just sitting right there hollering at me. So, you know, some things you use, and when they get used up, you say, hey, I had one, I used one. Away we go. Actually, today's kind of an exciting day. So to go along with the Williams, we're going to use Clubman Special Reserve. This is what's known as the Indiana Jones aftershave. That stuff is great. And with the Williams, shake it out a little bit here because it's been soaking in the sink. We're going to use the B400 brush by Tom. And of course, it's got the big old Omega 98.9 in it. Now, there's a reason we're using the brush made by Tom. And the reason we're using the brush made by Tom is because Tom, being the wonderful person he is, sent me a little something to borrow and shave. Something that I don't have, and I haven't been able to find because they're really hard to find. And these things are harder to find than like the Autostrop A's. I mean, the Autostrop A's are all over the place compared to these. And it's a 1909 Ever Ready. See that right there, that gold looking beauty in there. It's still got the beautiful lining on the box and stuff. It's just gorgeous. Let me get it out of here. So this is a 1909, and you'll notice the marked resemblance to the 1924, what we call the shovel head. I'm pretty sure this is the forerunner to that razor. But it's just beautiful. I always loved this shape of handle that came down and had the thing on the end there. See, it's got button on the back to open the head, because like the 24, the head opens forward. Now on the inside here it says the new Ever Ready, and this is a British made razor, by the way. I didn't actually realize that until just now when I opened it up. So there you go. That's what we're going to use to shave with today. This literally just came in the mail. I got it out of the mailbox maybe 15 minutes ago, maybe. I woke up a little early and was thumbing down through, and there was a message there that said, hey, it said it's out for delivery. And then it said it needed a scan, and then it's, look, around here we use 3-legged alligators for mail delivery, and they're a little thawed. They're about half a bubble off. So, you know, sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. But today we got it. It was in the mailbox. Everything is good. And we're going to load it. Now, it does have small, I can see already from here, it's got the small blade stops the way the early shovel heads had. They had this, they've got these really small little. Now, I haven't loaded a blade in this thing yet either, so this is going to be a little bit fun here while I figure out the best way to get a blade in that is behind the stops. Did I get it right? Behind that stop. It appears to be behind that. Now, something looks a little. Alright, got up over the stop on this end. You don't want it to look like this, by the way. It's behind this one, it's over that one. You don't want that. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about here. Believe me, on this one, you don't want to see that. So let's see if we can get it. Probably I should have practiced this a little bit before we started the video. But, you know me, I like the head in. You can see the good parts and the bad parts. But I see now why they, all my 24s, my shovel heads, have the regular blade, the bigger blade stops in them. So I don't have this problem with them. So what we have to figure out now, maybe I should have asked Tom about this. What's the fun in that, Joe? Alright, get back behind the stops. You get back behind the stops. You get back behind the stops. Get up in there. Let's see if that does what we want to do. Not quite, but close. We almost got it that time too. We'll pop it open. Well, this here could be a challenge, but it's going to end up being okay because I'll end up winning. I always do. Boy, that's close. Almost got it that time. So I'm sure there is a secret to this that I am not privy to. Maybe before I use it again, I'll ask Tom what the secret to keeping the blade in place is. By golly, looks like we got it. Alright, so there we go. Blade loaded. Behind both stops. That's a good thing. We'll check that really close to make sure. You waited too late to call. I got a shave going now. I'll have to call you back. So that's actually really nice. It locks in nice and tight. Raider's got a good feel to it. Definitely. Alright, well, let's see what the shave does with it. Although I have a feeling I know. Now, a couple people have these. Bird's got one. And Tom's got one. Bird is also Lloyd, by the way. And, great jazz guy. Love to listen to him play. If you get a chance, run through YouTube and look up Lloyd Chisholm and listen to some of the jazz he lays down. It's good stuff. But he has one of these also. I don't have one of these. And I think Madrick has one. But they're not really easy to find. I mean, sometimes, you know, things are kind of hard to find. A few people have them here, there, and yonder, but you could generally come up with them if you want to spend the money. However, these are just plain hard to come by, seems to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not looking in the right spot. I would not mind having one. At least I think I wouldn't. And probably after shaving with this one, I'm going to have to kick into high gear on finding one. That's the only bad part about using razors like this, is that after you use them, sometimes you just gotta have one. Alright, so we're gonna get some of the good old vintage Williams going. As you can see, it runs up real good on a little stubble. Just a regular day's growth. Nothing spectacular about that. Much better. Alright, now we're ready to go. A little excitement going on here. Get a brush shake out, because of course we use a damp brush to start out. No need to use a really wet brush. Alright, let's see how the old vintage Williams is going to work up today. It's going to work up fine because it's vintage Williams. We already know that. Something blows up, it's definitely going to be user error on this stuff. Alright. Yes, indeed. Look at that. Hey, like my clown paint, I've heard it called. I'm okay with that, by the way. I am okay with the clown paint lather rather than the buttercream lather. People sit to spend 30 minutes loading the brush and another 30-35 minutes building lather. I fall asleep. I can't do anything that long without falling asleep. Alrighty. There we go. Let's see how this here works. Now we're going to check one more time to make sure that that blade's behind the stops. And it is. It really is. As I said, I'm going to have to wait till after the shave and I will call you back. So far, 2 phone calls and a text during the shave. Nowhere near the record. There we go. Alright. Well, now that's just nice. it's hard to describe a shave because all you ever hear out of people, oh, how good it is and how smooth it is and how easy it is, and that's actually true. And that's what we got going here. It is just a very nice, easy shave. Just like the 24. Now the 24 is not one of my favorite razors. I've stated that time and time again. And this thing is a whole lot like a 24. But, you know, matter of fact, this is the 1909 and this is a 1924. You know, the 1924 has got a little bit thicker, it looks like on the back here maybe, but basically, yeah, they're a lot like the same razor. I don't know. Maybe I like this one better just because it's the 1909 and it's hard to find and it's, I don't know, kind of special, but listen to that. Yeah. Very nice shave. Can you hear me now? Alright. So if you're getting up in the middle of the night and you decide you're going to throw a shave out, probably won't want to use one of these because you just wake everybody up. Then you have an audience for the shave. And I find that youngins really like the shave. Alright, so we wiped a little bit off there just so you can see. Look how good a shave. I mean, you can, I don't know. You can't really see and tell, but I'm going to tell you. That right there was nice. Alright, we'll go with a second round with the wonderful Williams. Again, this is a vintage shave stick from the Glastonbury plant. Have no idea on the age of it, but it's the good stuff, as people like to say with Williams. It's definitely the tallow first formula as opposed to the modern stuff. Now the modern stuff, as everybody knows that listens to me for more than 3 minutes, the modern Williams is great. There's absolutely nothing wrong with modern Williams, but the vintage stuff is a cut above. All right, there we go with across the grain. Handles very easy, very easy. Across this way. Come down under the jaw here, go across. All right. Wow, that's nice. You know, it's funny, and I'm sure it's just my perception of things. This thing looks a whole lot like a fancy, you know, shovel head. There's not a whole lot of difference in the head geometry or anything of those other big words you want to use, but this thing feels a lot nicer, and that makes 2 phone calls and 2 texts. This thing feels a lot nicer than the regular 1924 for some reason. And again, maybe it's all in my head. Maybe I want it to feel better. I don't know. I'll admit that up front. Possible. Very, very, very possible. But whatever the reason, boy, it's a nice shave. I see now why Tom and Lloyd and they brag on the shaves out of these things. Alright. Now we're going to dry off a little bit here. And like that. Look at that one little while. I better go ahead and take care of that while I'm thinking about it here. And another phone call, so that makes 3 phone calls and 2 texts. Alright, we're doing good. Alright, we took care of that little spray here. I had trimmed up there a little bit earlier and I missed a hair. It happens. Definitely happens. All right. Get a little witch hazel going here, because regardless of which razor and soap and everything we use, the witch hazel is always the finish. All right. Now we're gonna come down under here, get us a little bit around this here ear like we normally do. We're gonna make sure the goatee trimmed up good. As I've said, how a razor trims around the goatee is one of the big selling points, and this one does wonderfully. A little buffing under the neck here, maybe. Who are we fooling? It's just all another round of shaving. That's the reason we threw the trim up. All right. And there we go. Wow, what a nice shave. Got the normal, really nice, smooth cheeks. Well, use your arrow. There we go. All right. Nice, smooth cheeks. And a really close, comfortable shave down under the neck and everything. I never try for the BBS anyway. It's a myth to me. I could do it, go against the grain, yada, yada, yada. In a couple, 3 hours, it'll feel just like this again. What does this feel like, you say? Very little light sandpaper is what's usually left over under my neck. I think I've said that before. But, you know, I don't try for BBS. I mean, I could get it. I have no doubt I could get it. I've done it. But there's really no need. I've heard people talk about, well, you know, I can get BBS and it lasts for 10 or 12 hours. Yeah, maybe if you're 10 years old. Maybe. Well, I started shaving at 13, so. Some good coffee right there. All right, well, there we go. The 1909. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it. I'll get a couple more shaves with it, and we'll get it back to you. Unlike some people who were unnamed, that live in Texas and make shave videos too, that are holding my Autostrop A2 hostage. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to send it back to you. I'm not going to be like that there unnamed ordinary shaver fella. But anyway, there we go. Look, I hope y'all have a great day. I'm going to jump in the shower after I answer this here phone call and get, oh, that's just so nice feeling. Wait a minute. Something's missing. All right, here we go. Gotta have that Indiana Jones on. Of course, it's gonna wash off in the shower, but I got more. That ain't no problem. Oh, that's gonna be so good at work tonight. And it's all making overtime at work tonight. Makes me a happy guy. All right, well, there we go. Now, we got this wonderful shave going on. Wonderful trimmed up around the goatee. We're stinking more better. We got good coffee. We got good friends. So, you know, now I gotta do jump in the shower and get ready. Blow it all by going to work. But on the bright side, I am going to have a good cigar on the way to work. So, hey, go Buzzy. We'll talk to y'all later. And as always, happy shaves to you.